Okay, first of all, I'm obviously not 43. But aging is a gift, and I hope to reach 43 at some point in a few years. However, as a woman, there's basically no age where it's seen as acceptable for you to write about technology.
But she's an old lady. I mean, look at her. She's old. You can't just take her stuff. She's too old.
I don't know how I missed this. Probably, I got a little bit of tunnel vision with the Twitter files, and I apologize for that. I missed out on some amazing cringe that I'm going to share with you now because I love you deeply. If you enjoy my videos, by the way, and you haven't yet subscribed, please do consider clicking that red subscribe button down below. I would greatly, greatly appreciate that. It helps the channel grow. It helps new people find the channel and tells YouTube that, some people care about the content I make. Now, we all know that Taylor Lorenz, she was banned on her 93rd birthday from Twitter. Pretty tough day, You're celebrating 93 years on this planet, and it gets spoiled. It's like a spider in her birthday cake. I don't know if you have birthday cake when you're that old, perhaps birthday Ovaltine. But, I think it's been a pretty rough go of it. I mean, she's widely disrespected as a quote unquote journalist, mocked mercilessly as what she really is an internet hall monitor, a woman born into tremendous wealth, multimillionaire parents, sent her to Swiss private Heights School and other private schools, and now she tells other people what they can and can't say on the internet. Well, a epic meltdown resurfaced that we're all gonna have a little bit of fun with today. I'm not gonna run an ad. I'm just gonna let you know I put all of our cocoa on sale today, 15% off, because it's colder than a witch's whatever out there. If you haven't tried our cocoa yet, it's made with real cacao. It's really high quality, excellent stuff. Pick up a couple of bags and try it out. Maybe you want to try our coffee, tea, and cocoa too, but I want more people to try our cocoa because I think it's really, really good. And if you have tried it, take a picture, leave a review. Of course, Taylor Lorenz slammed for hypocrisy and jealousy after going after former New York Times colleague Barry Weiss. Lorenz accused of unbridled jealousy after going after Barry Weiss for launching a new website. Of course, Taylor Lorenz, in my opinion, really dislikes successful women. Like, it's just kind of I don't really want to reduce it to that because it's like, women, catty, chicks, am I right? But I mean, her body of work suggests this. She seems to cover explicitly more successful women, doxing libs of TikTok, for example. Lorenz, who like Weiss, previously worked at the New York Times, responded to an article about her former Gray Lady colleague starting her new media venture, the Free Press, by tweeting, "Note about what gets framed as buzzy media startup. If you start off rich, have a rich spouse, rich friends, and don't follow any journalistic ethical rules and focus your content solely on serving the interests of extremely powerful rich people, you can go far." Jealous much? And by the way, project much? Taylor Lorenz, you are super rich. You were born super rich. You're so rich you keep your apartment at 90 degrees. You spend $2,000 a month on heating bills because whatever. You have the same living conditions as a chameleon, lizard. Critics quickly accused Lorenz, an outspoken left-wing voice and native of affluent Old Greenwich, Connecticut, of projecting and pointing out that she comes from a privileged, wealthy family and has been accused of violating journalism ethics on several high-profile occasions. Lorenz has been accused of doxing, contacting minors for comments without parental permission, and misleading readers when about whether she asked the subject of a report for comment, among other controversies. New York reporter John Levine, a frequent critic of Lorenz, took notice. Taylor comes from a massively wealthy family in Connecticut and attended a $90,000 a year Swiss boarding school. She currently works for Jeff Bezos, and her work routinely flouts journalistic standards and ethics, Levine wrote. This isn't a glass house, it's a glass superdome. While Taylor Lorenz complains about journalistic ethics, let us remember that time that George Conway had to go on Twitter to publicly tell her to stop contacting his 15-year-old daughter for dirt on her mom, podcaster Noam Blum wrote. Quote, Taylor Lorenz lecturing anyone about being rich and without ethics is like OJ giving marriage seminars. Writer Bethany Mandel reacted to another user who wrote, Taylor Lorenz lecturing others about journalism ethics is like Casey Anthony lecturing about parenting. Another user called Lorenz's tweet objectively hilarious. One critic responded, miss your house's glass. Another critic responded, I'm confused. It sounds like you're describing yourself, but the context clues make it sound like it's meaning about someone else. I mean, this is somebody who's since moved from the New York Times to the Post and recently made headlines for attacking a colleague as absurd over a tweet suggesting people shouldn't be afraid to leave their homes. Now, she obviously routinely goes to parties and travels and does all these kind of things, but you know, she lives on a different planet. She's better than you. She's always been better than you. From the minute she was born, she was better than you and me. Okay? And me. In 2020, she repeatedly publicized a 15-year-old's TikTok post and allegedly reaching out directly to the minor without the parents' permission. In 2021, Lorenz falsely accused business tech entrepreneur Mark Andreessen of using the, quote, R word, which she later admitted was an error. In April, she doxed the identity of popular right-wing Twitter personality libs of TikTok just days after she declared the online harassment of women during an interview on cable television. By the way, a woman runs that Twitter handle. She was also forced to walk back a claim where she was being relentlessly harassed by so-called Drudge Report editor, later claiming it was, quote, a joke. You mean you lied and got called out? Many others mock Lorenz for her latest viral take as well. Part of Barry derangement syndrome is just pure unbridled jealousy. Taylor Lorenz lecturing others about journalistic ethics is like Michael Avenatti lecturing others on legal ethics. Zero self-awareness, almost legendarily so. Abigail Schreier, when you're making Taylor Lorenz seethe with envy, you're doing something right. Congratulations. Here's Pradheep Shankar. Taylor Lorenz is 1, from a rich family, went to Swiss boarding schools. 2, has a narrow focus in the media job most don't care about. 3, doxed people as a journalist. And then Bobby Trivett says, she's literally describing Taylor Lorenz. Oh, but it gets so much worse. All this, you know, remember when Elon Musk banned her temporarily for past doxing behavior? Now, some people correctly pointed out to me that unless it was permanent, all it was going to do is give her clout, which is true. I do think that Elon was a little knee-jerk with a lot of his bans and stuff like that, but understandably so because, well, you know, his family was being put at risk by these quote-unquote journalists. But this video is amazing. I don't want to say I started this Taylor Lorenz's 97, 86 years old thing, but it's clearly caught on. Now, I mean, by the way, she sees people calling her old, right? This is a comment that says, why is a 43-year-old woman covering tech? And the very first thing she says, first of all, I'm not 43. You're right. You're 83. Everyone knows that.
Not 43. But aging is a gift, and I hope to reach 43 at some point in a few years. I want to talk.
She's so sensitive about her age. It's probably because she's stuck in high school still. Like, she legitimately cares about high school stuff. She's deep in her 40s and she spends all day on TikTok. Like, TikTok should have an age limit, for crying out loud.
Talk about why people leave comments like this. Myself and Joanna Stern at the Wall Street Journal are 2 of the youngest tech columnists in the industry.
You're not a tech columnist. You're an internet hall monitor. Your job is pointless. Your existence is worthless. It makes no impact on society whatsoever. Now, yes, you have more money than I'll ever have. That's a fact. She's probably just waiting out her family so she can inherit that money and then buy her own newspaper and write about pointless crap too. By the way, she's being sued for defaming another TikTok person, agency runner. And then it says like, replying to Giga Chad Doomer. It's the misogyny, babe. Some of the replies, you don't look 43. I was thinking 46 or 47. Oh my God, I love this. Taylor Lorenz. You need to have a chat with Sarah Lacey. She was tech journaling back in 2000s in her 30s. I mean, like, most of these people are like, nah, you're not one of the only people. You look good for 50. The comments are amazing. You look older. Love this journey you're on. Oh my God. What an amazing time to be alive. Taylor Lorenz is an internet hall monitor, a cry bully, a doxer, and all around, in my opinion, not well-intentioned person. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you leave a like on it. And if you haven't yet, please do subscribe. We'll talk to you again real soon.